The last nomadic tribe of the world, nomads are one of the oldest forms of human society. These groups lived by hunting, gathering, or herding animals, and their lifestyle required them to constantly move from place to place. In modern times, we refer to these types of people as nomads. But in reality, they're not nomads. Nomads are now extinct. The last true nomads are found deep in the deserts of Mongolia. They are the last free people on Earth who have never been conquered. They live under a government that is not owned by anyone. They are the only tribe that has maintained their nomadic way of life for thousands of years. While other tribes have adopted farming, trading, or fishing, the Mongolians still travel with their herds of animals and have no permanent home. You could say they are the last true nomads of the world. But there are plenty more tribes out there who still follow a nomadic lifestyle. For example, there are the Maori of New Zealand, the Pygmies of Africa, the Bedouin of the Middle East, and many more. Although the modern world tries its best to erase tribal cultures and force everyone into cities, some tribes are still able to hold onto their traditions. Some examples are the Maasai of Kenya and Tanzania, the Sami people of Northern Europe, and of course, the Mongolians. Let's take a closer look at the last three remaining nomadic tribes of the world. First, we have the Mongolian herders. As I said before, the Mongolians are probably the most well-known of all the nomadic tribes today. And it's thanks to a man named Genghis Khan, also known as Genghis Khan, who founded the Mongol Empire, one of the largest empires in history. He was a ferocious warrior, and under his rule, the Mongols became a powerful force to be reckoned with. After his death, the empire would eventually split into many smaller pieces, but his descendants would go on to conquer most of Asia and even parts of Eastern Europe. Today, Mongolia is a free country, and the descendants of the Mongols are still living their nomadic lifestyle. They travel across the vast plains with their herds of sheep, goats, and horses. Their job is to herd the animals and make sure they don't get eaten by wolves or tigers. Sometimes they have to ride for days without stopping. If the weather gets too cold, then the Mongols have to move south to warmer areas. When the winter comes, it can get extremely cold in Mongolia. So they have to keep moving until they find a place where they can survive. The Mongolian nomads live in yurts, which are round houses made of felt and wood. They are very portable, so they can easily be taken down and moved to a new location. Inside the yurt, the family will sleep on felt mats on the ground. They don't have any chairs or tables because they don't really need them. Most of the food they eat is horse meat, milk, and cheese. They also eat a lot of noodles and dumplings. Next, we have the Maasai. The Maasai are an ethnic group of people who live in Kenya and Tanzania. They are a very tall and muscular people with a unique style of dress. The men wear red robes and the women wear blue or green ones. Both men and women have many ornaments made of beads and leather. The Maasai are a pastoralist tribe, which means that they live off of their cows. Cows are their most valuable possession, and they take care of them every day. They must protect their cows from lions, hyenas, and other predators. If a male lion approaches a female lion, then the lionesses will run away. But if a lioness approaches a female, then the lion will run away. So the Maasai use this knowledge to scare off predators. They also have special ways of treating illnesses and injuries. They believe that all illnesses are caused by evil spirits, and they drive the spirits out of the sick person through dancing and singing. The Maasai are a very spiritual people, and they believe that the spirits of their ancestors are always with them. They have many rituals and ceremonies that honor their ancestors and ask for their protection. Last but not least, we have the Sami. The Sami are an indigenous people of Northern Europe. They live in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. The Sami are known for their unique lifestyle and culture. They have a deep connection to the land and the animals that live there. The Sami are excellent hunters, and they use their skills to provide for their families. They also have a rich oral tradition, and many of their stories and myths have been passed down for generations. The Sami are a reindeer-herding people, and they have a special bond with their reindeer. The Sami rely on the reindeer for transportation, food, and clothing. They also believe that the reindeer are sacred animals, and they play an important role in their religious beliefs. The Sami live in a type of hut called a coda, which is made of wood and covered with a thick layer of snow. The coda is used for shelter while hunting or herding reindeer. The Sami traditionally wear a type of coat made of reindeer skin, and they use sleds to transport their goods. So these are just a few of the last remaining nomadic tribes in the world. There are many others who have managed to preserve their way of life despite the challenges they face. It is important to learn about and respect these cultures as they offer a unique perspective on the world that we often forget. Thank you for watching.